All right, YouTube, this is going to be a B111 video, and it's going to be a little bit different. One thing about this Lishi, or these locks I should say, is they don't always decode accurately, and that's what's happened here. I started making this video, picked the lock towards the camera, so after it's picked I could read it on camera, and the reading that came back, my iPad here, I run it through code fill program, and it comes back as that bidding and no pattern found, so it's obviously not a valid bidding. And we do want to make a key to this lock. I've got the Condor Dolphin sitting here next to me, so I'm going to get a valid code, and we're going to actually make a key to this thing. So what to do with this Lishi is sometimes you have to just pick it the other direction, and so that's what we're going to do now. So I'm going to go ahead and just lock it back, and I'll pick it the other way away from camera. We'll take a reading and see if we get a better result. So I'm going to make sure the tool's all the way in here, apply pressure, and go through and look for something binding. Tiny click on 9. Check the odd numbers. Okay, 6 is binding. Click on 6, still binding. Another click on 6. And sometimes you have to counter rotate a little bit too, kind of similar in a way to HU like 101 or HU 64. Another click on 9. Tiny click on 5. Tiny click on 8. So increasing the tension a little bit here. Okay, 6 is binding again. Got to click on 6. Okay, 7's binding. Click on 7. Got some rotation there. Okay, 9's binding. Got to click on 9. Okay, 5's binding, got to click on 5. Alright, so everything but 3 seems like it's set on the odd numbers. So I've got to click on 4, counter rotating, click on 6, counter rotate, click on 8, counter rotate, click on 10, counter rotate again, click on 8. Okay, 6 binding again, kind of rotate a little, click on 6, kind of rotate, click on 4. All right, and so I must have dropped one of the numbers up top here. So, okay, 3 is still springy. Okay, 5 is binding, got to click on 5. Okay, 9 is binding, got to click on 9, and we are now picked. So I got the lock picked here, so now I'm going to go and loosen the vise and just rotate it back towards the camera here so we can take a reading on it. All right, and go ahead and my chart here so I can write this down. And then we'll, if we get a good reading here, we'll actually cut a key for it. Chart over here. Or I should say my tablet, I guess. All right, so go ahead and we'll just start on number 3, and that's going to be a number 5 cut because we never had to pick it. So 3, we got a 5. We got 4, 3, 1, 3, 3, and 2, and 3. All right, so this did read different than the last time here. So I didn't clear it. So the top reading, hang on here, just the camera. All right, so the top reading is what I got the first time, and then picking it the other direction is what I got on the bottom here. And it is different, so go ahead and we'll run it through code fill and see if we get a valid code this time. or possibly even more than one code. But I don't have an ignition, so if we do get more than one, it doesn't really matter. We'll just cut the first one. So pull it up here, and got 5431. $3323. All right, and we do got a valid code of G2574. So now we'll go ahead and spin around here to my Condor Dolphin. And I got a key loaded up here, and grab my phone here. All keys lost. Chevy G2574. So G2574. And it should pull up our bidding here. And key loaded up, so we'll go and we'll cut the key. Alright, so there's our key cut here. Let me go ahead and grab the lock, and I'll just bring it over to the key here. Let me go ahead and lock it back, get the Lishi out, and chips off, and we'll go and test it out here, make sure that it works. And works perfectly. So there's the B111 here, decoding a Chevrolet lock. And like I said, if you don't get a valid reading going one direction, you try picking it the other direction. And between the two directions and using a code fill program like Lock Codes or Instacode, you oftentimes can get a valid code. And of course, if you don't, you can always just pull the ignition and get the code off of that. So this Lishi is certainly not the only way to make a key to this car, but it is my preferred way. And if you have any questions or comments, put them in the comments. And I think that's all I got on this one, guys. We'll talk to everybody later.